It's Chris Maguire here, your musical mentor. This is going to be a multi-part video because it's a very big topic. I'm going to give you a lot of tips to have a career in making music and performing music. This is going to be a multi-part video because there's going to be a lot of ground that we're going to cover, and I'm going to give you a lot of really useful information and a lot of great tips. If you take these on board, you're definitely going to be able to make some sort of income from it. I can almost guarantee it. If you do all these steps, not just some of them, if you do all of them, you'll make some sort of income from your music. And if you're really honest with yourself, you will make money from it. Okay, so let's get started. The first one, you have to understand that the game has changed. The music industry has changed. Everything about it has changed. This is 2012 now, and record companies, in my opinion, are obsolete. There's absolutely no good reason why you should have to sign a record deal. You can do everything yourself. If you're willing to put in the hard work yourself, you can do everything a record company could do, and get your music out there. Even better than any record company could do these days. If you're smart, if you're clever, and you've got the right product. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is your product. So you have to think of your music as a business. If you want to make money out of it, you have to think of it as a business and develop your business skills. If you're the type of musician that sits around in the bedroom thinking, oh, if only I make enough money to pay the bills, play the music I like, that's going to be good enough. Well, that's not good enough. No business owner that I've ever spoken to wants to make enough money just to pay the bills. That's not a very good way to live, and yeah, it's not a very good mindset. It's not an achiever's mindset at all. And these videos are only intended for achievers. So, and that's why, if you're watching this, I can almost guarantee you that you are an achiever. If you take these on board, your results will go through the roof. Okay, so your music is a product. Get your mind around that. So spend a lot of time in developing your product, and that is your music. Spend a lot of time writing songs. Even if you're a cover band, I'm talking to cover bands as well. Develop your product. Be the best cover band that you can be. If there's areas that you can improve upon, like learning new material quickly, performing it better, doing new moves on stage, anything like that, that all sort of goes into making your product a lot better. For original bands, it's a lot harder. You can spend a long time on your originals and really pull them to pieces. Really spend a lot of time listening to your originals and really crafting them. I can tell when I listen to a song how much time went into writing it. Did it take 5 minutes, or did it take 5 years? And I'm not saying that if you write a song in 5 minutes and it's perfect to you, that you should that it's not a good song. It could be just perfect the way it is, and there's nothing else that needs to be done to it. But more often than not, a song should really be crafted, and an album of songs should really be crafted, and a lot of thought and care should be taken into consideration of it. The next thing with your product is to then, once you've got your product, decide who your target market is. If you're playing metal, you're not going to go for young teenage girls. Most of them are not into metal, even though you may get some teenage girls that are into it, but that's not your key sort of market. You should come up with a demographic of who your main fans are and really target that audience, just like any other business would. Don't spend your time trying to reach fans that aren't ever going to be fans of your music. No matter how brilliant it is, they're just not going to be into it. So just source out the people that are into your music. The next thing is really be brutally honest with your music and take advice from other people who are trying to steer you in the right direction. This is a little bit of a touchy subject. And it really goes on to what your main goal is. If your goal is to make money performing music, that could mean that it could mean performing music that you don't particularly like, or particularly love, or particularly want to do. But your goal is to make money in music, and you can achieve that, not necessarily what you had imagined. A good example is an Australian band, the Cockroaches, who had some success, but it started to fizzle out a little bit. Then they looked at their product and found there was a market doing children's songs, and then they became the Wiggles, and huge success story just by that change. I'm sure they don't get up every morning, sort of jumped out of the bed and just wanting to play hot potato, but they've made a lot of money doing that, and they've achieved their goals and then some by changing it. If they never changed it, they would be nobody. They would be nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and would never have gotten the success that they have. You really have to take a brutal look at your music and take some honest feedback. I've got a very, very close friend, very, very talented, and she wants to be a pop singer, but she has only been singing for about a year, a little bit more than a year, and she really wants to be like one of the divas, like Christina Aguilera and things like that. And I try to tell her that she's competing with the likes of Christina Aguilera, who've been singing since like 3 years of age, and just amazing singers. And unfortunately, the reality is that you can't squeeze a lifetime of singing into 12 months. And it's just not going to happen. I'm trying to tell her that her voice would suit more of a grungy, rocked up. It could still be pop, but like a little bit more pop rock, a little bit more like Kelly Clarkson. But she is so set on what she wants to do. And unfortunately, I don't think she's going to achieve the results that she wants to achieve. Once she takes it to a different direction, I think she'll get the goals that she wants, but not necessarily doing the music that she had originally thought of doing. So that really goes into reassessing your music. That's all I've got time for today. I'm going to be doing a multi-part video on this topic, so the next topic will be up next week, and there's going to be quite a bit. So if you got something from this, the next one's going to be even better. Cheers, thanks.